I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. The Immaculate Conception is a dogma of the Catholic Church that is celebrated on December 8 and maintains that the Virgin Mary was conceived without stain of original sin, allowing her to be the worthy mother of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Conception is the moment in which God creates the soul and infuses it into the organic matter from the parents. Conception is the moment when human life begins. When we talk about the dogma of the Immaculate Conception, we're not referring to the conception of Jesus, who obviously was also conceived without sin. This dogma declares that Mary is full of grace from her conception and was officially proclaimed by Pope Pius IX on December 8, 1854, through the bull Ineffabilis Deus. The proclamation of the dogma was received with enthusiasm by many faithful, but it also generated theological debates. Although the idea of Immaculate Conception had taken root in Christian tradition, its elevation to official dogma formalized the teaching that Mary was conceived without the stain of original sin, differentiating her from the common human condition. This dogma also highlights the uniqueness of Mary in salvation history and her unique collaboration in the divine plan by accepting to be the mother of the Savior. Through the Immaculate Conception, the Catholic Church emphasizes the holiness and extraordinary grace granted to Mary, uniquely preparing her for her role in the incarnation of Jesus. The doctrine is based on the interpretation of biblical passages. For example, in the book of Genesis, it says, "I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. She will tread on your head while you lie in wait for her heel." You may wonder, what does Genesis have to do with the Virgin? That enemy that the Genesis passage tells us about is an eternal enmity that God has placed between the Virgin and Satan. Another of the biblical passages, like the Annunciation, when in Luke 1, the angel Gabriel sent by God, says to the Blessed Virgin Mary, "Rejoice, full of grace, the Lord is with you." He's talking about a supernatural state of the soul in union with God. The Immaculate Conception shows the plan of salvation that God had from the beginning, before the birth of Jesus. God already considered the birth of his Son and a woman in that entire story. Furthermore, he stated that the lineage of that woman would step on the head of the snake. Mary is precisely that woman. It is very important to be clear about this Marian dogma of the Immaculate Conception because it helps to better understand the life of Jesus, his divinity, God's plan, and how the Virgin Mary has helped in the realization of that plan. Knowing what the Immaculate Conception consists of is making us love her more. It will allow us to defend her against those who very frequent attacks from those who do not believe in her and in her role as the Mother of God. This is very important because we know that with God we always win.